What's up, you guys? Eddie at Fliptroniks. I'm going to be talking about if the iPhone 10 is still worth it in 2018. All right, so I've had this phone since it first came out. Ever since then, it's pretty much been one of my go-to phones for iOS gaming on the channel, as you can see if you go back and watch any previous videos over the last like 3 to 6 months. There's some things that I really didn't like about this phone at first. For example, it didn't have a home button. It took me a while to get used to that, because in the past I was so used to this feature on iPhones. But ever since then, honestly, I've got past it. Not a big deal, but that was one of my issues, when I first started using this phone. Now, other than that, I got to talk about speed, performance. This phone aesthetically also has held up really well. Now, I want to talk about that first. Now, I'm going to just kind of do a little flip on this phone, but for the most part, using this phone pretty much every day, and it's been naked a lot. I haven't really used a case on this that much. It's really held up well. It's got minor scratches, things like that, but for the most part, this phone, it looks great. I could definitely go and resell this phone and get some good money for it because there's no huge scratches on it. And, I haven't dropped it. I will say, though, you should definitely use a case on this phone because it is very slippery. I've just gotten used to gripping it, so it's not that much of an issue for me. But with like an all-glass design on this phone, that's definitely something that you should use. I definitely have a case on it because it's not cheap to get a replacement on this phone or this phone in general, since it's going to run you like $1,000 plus tax. All right, so other than that, we've got great speed on this phone. I had both the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, and I can tell you that I did notice a slightly better speed on this phone, and performance was really solid too. Now, I've played so many freaking games on here, right? Gaming on this phone is just, it's bonkers. It's great. The only thing that I don't like about it is the notch here at the top, but I've gotten used to it, and honestly, I don't even notice it anymore. So we'll just do some gameplay on here of, I get Neon Drive's a really cool game. There's so many games I could play, but we'll just check out some of this. So, gaming, this is the phone for gaming right here, guys. If you're a huge gamer like myself, you can expect some of the most high graphic games to just perform really well on this phone. Other than that, after I do some gameplay on here of this game, which is, awesome, it looks like Tron, this game. It's like a tap style, racing game where you need to like dodge things. And when you look into the city, like far above, it literally looks like a, just like an 80s style kind of like universe. And that's kind of why, I've compared this game to like Tron, because it's just got that Tron vibe to it. There's no other way for me to say it. And, obviously, that's just my opinion on this game, but, this is just one game out of the many that I could be playing on this phone right now, and, you can see that, it looks beautiful. Even some of the most high graphic games on the iPhone 10, they just perform so well. You're not going to see any lag or anything like that, and, whatever, but I'm going to hop out of here for a second. So, that's just some gaming on here. The camera on this phone is excellent as well. I'm not going to touch too much on the camera, but, I take a lot of pictures on here as far as like recording video. Not too much on the iPhone 10, honestly, but, photos on here, very good stuff. I could pull up some pictures I've taken on here. Let me just head over to my photos, but we got some stuff on here, mainly cat photos. I've got some cats, so anyways, I took one of my cat right here. Oh, this was kind of like with a movie app I was doing, but that's Garfield right there. He's looking fresh, right? He's looking real good. Anyways, let's check out some more photos I've taken on here. All right, let's go back up here. I had another one of my cat up here. So another one of my cats. That one's a little blurred right there. I had a lens on for this one, which was pretty cool. But anyways, here's another one. You can expect some really good camera quality on here as well. The thing that I've also noticed using the camera on here is that it tends to take really good, street photography and night photography, which is something that if you're into photography, this could be a really good phone for you. I've just noticed that, I can get some really good pictures in those two categories. I know that's kind of weird, but, I do take a lot of photos. I have a lot of lenses that I attach to, this phone and other phones. So that's something to think about too. But, just to recap too, I'm kind of getting to the end of my spiel here, but honestly, this isn't a phone that I think everybody should buy because it's expensive. If you have the money for it right now, I definitely think it's worth it. Like if you're using like an older iPhone, or maybe just thinking about getting an iPhone, switching over from like Android, this phone is amazing. And the other thing about, iPhones in general, they tend to last a long time, I mean, they're always being updated. So, you could definitely expect this phone to last you a couple of years without any issues. And for the amount of time I've had this phone, there's literally hardly any wear and tear on it. And I'm not even using a case on it. You know what I'm saying? So, that definitely says a lot about, iPhones in general. But, if you have the money for it, I definitely think it's worth it. But, it's been my gaming phone, as you can see on the channel. If you go back and watch any videos, it's got some great speed on it. Aesthetically, it's really nice. It is slippery, but like I said, it just holds up really well. And it's just an awesome, awesome phone. So I'll have a link in the description for it if anybody wants to check out the iPhone 10 on Amazon. I'd recommend getting it there because you can find a really good price on it unlocked. And then, of course, if you could hit that like and share button on this video, I'd appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about the iPhone 10, hit me up. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and we will see y'all later.